What's up guys, it's Joe Stevens here for another video. This one's going to be about how to put e-liquid or your vape juice into your tank. Simple process, but you know, it's one that some people can mess up, and it's one that needs to be done properly because there are different ways. Different people have their own preferences, and the one way to be shown is what I'm going to show you today. So we're going to start off with your standard tank. This is one that'll come basically, unless you get a super fancy e-vape or e-cig, this will be on it. It's called a wicked, which means it has those two wicks right down in there, as you can see, and those will soak up your e-juice. You don't need to fill these up super high, because as long as those wicks are touching and they have e-juice on them, you'll be able to get vapor. And super easy with these is the mouthpiece. You're just going to unscrew, and you can clean that off. Just take a paper towel and just rub it around. There's some threads on there, as you can see, and that's what you'll be attaching back, and that's what attaches to the top of that. You kind of see those threads in there right now. And so I've broken this one at rubber gasket or how, and put the liquid in. All you're going to do is take your tank, tilt it to the side a little, and then you're going to drip the liquid down onto the glass part of this so that it just trickles down, just like that. And as it goes down, it'll fill, and you can turn it, and it'll show you at what level it's at. And when you get to your desired level, you can go ahead, stop filling it, and screw your mouthpiece back on. Attach it to your battery, and I'll show you how to actually take this one out as well. Outer set of threads. Your standard tanks will fit onto those outer set of threads, and I have to push this all the way back up inside to actually be able to get it to work. But that metal bar right there, the metal ring at the bottom, will sit just like that on it, and it'll be flush. And if you hold the button in for 1 to 2 seconds, you'll hear a popping sound, which I'll show you later in the video with a couple or one of my tanks that works, and you'll hear it popping. That'll pretty much just tell you that it is vaping, everything is working. And then you can pull on it lightly for a few times. If you feel that you're making kind of gargling noise, that means that there's a little bit of juice in the tube. It's not bad. You just got to kind of pull a little lighter, pull a little harder, tilt your tank upside down, and hold the button a few, and it'll drip out, and then you'll be okay. And you'll be able to have your clouds. The clouds will probably start off a little light, then they'll build into their normal size. So let's move on to the next one here. And this next one is it is a direct inject, a direct port, which means that instead of having the outside and requiring those outside threads, you can, if you have an adapter, feel that you want to buy an adapter just to hide those, to make them look pretty. This will actually attach to the very center of that, and so you attach it just like so. It'll go on nicely, smooth. This specific tank doesn't work very well, so I don't use it much. But to fill these up, as you can see, these are wickless, so they do not have that wick. And to fill these up, it's the exact same process. Tilt it to the side, let it run down the side of the glass to whatever desired amount. This one is a little bit bigger than this, although they look the same. This one, the standard, holds 1.6, whereas this holds 2 milliliters. The standard is 1.6 milliliters. And all you're going to do, these are just lefty, loosey, righty, tighty, and they do have little grooves in them so that it's easier to grip. And you're just going to righty, tighty, lefty, loosey, put your juice in there. I'm not going to put the juice into this one because it leaks out the bottom. For some reason, the camera. It's not that old of a tank, but for some reason it wants it to leak. And then all these are super easy to take off. As you can see, it's just righty tighty lefty loosey, as if you were, putting a screw into something, into a wall, and you wanted to put it in. You screw it to the right, take it out to the left. Now, the one that we're going to use, and I'm going to show you the clouds, is called what I call the inverted. And what that means is that when it's like this, it will not leak whatsoever. It won't leak out the nozzle. If you go like that, that's where it's also wickless, and so that's where you'll get your vaping. I tend to vape with it on the side, personal preference. And there's a lot of different colors. I'm color guy, sorry. But the way these work, instead of all these other two being at the top, and by the way, this top piece that attaches, it may look like it does not have a mouthpiece, and the reason for that is that they have interchangeables, and so you can go and you can buy these. They're probably a couple bucks. I got both of these with that tank. It's a clear one and then a long black one. And you can interchange them. They have a little washer. It doesn't screw in or anything. You just pop them in, pop them out. And that way you can have your own personal mouthpiece, or depending on the occasion, change your mouthpiece. So this one, you can't do that. It's pretty much, it's just one piece is the tank. And to get and allow the juice to be put in, you actually want to flip it over. I'm going to wipe my hands off here with some paper towels. And then we're just going to unscrew. I'm just going to get started here. I'm going to take this, and then all that's going to do is we're just going to unscrew lefty loosey, righty tighty. And instead of that long metal piece being part of what we're taking out, we're actually taking out the bottom half. So now you've got a bottom half that's got the little rubber piece with two tiny wicks. Even though I did say it is wickless, it does have two little wicks at the bottom. And then you have your tank right there. And your tank has a tube that's in the middle that goes up to your mouthpiece. And then you have the tank itself. Now this already has a bunch of juice in it. And same principles apply. You're just going to take it, you're going to drip it down that side, and it'll go just like that, fill right in. And then you'll have however much juice that you feel you need at the time, and then we're just going to take it and, again, righty tighty lefty loosey, put it on, screw it on. That's maybe what you want it. I wouldn't tighten it too tight, but I'd give it, once it gets to the point where you can't hand tighten it a little more, grab something that you can kind of just do one or two more. Simple attach to the inside. Remember, these are direct inject, so they go to the inside. And then as long as you have that on, you can kind of hear it. There you go. See that the gargling, and then there you go. Simple. As long as you follow those steps and don't pull everything out, or if you decide you want to clean the standards or the wicks, be very careful. I have broken a tank in doing that, and it was a very, very minor thing that actually happened that I didn't even know I did. So definitely, you can clean these very easily without having to mess with the inner mechanics. Just take some water. You can potentially put a little bit of alcohol if you want in there. I don't need alcohol. And just give it a little swish with the water. What you'll find is that the first few, I'd say 5 to 10 pulls, you won't necessarily get anything. But as long as you have liquid in there and you're kind of hold the button a little longer than you normally would, it'll burn off all the water. And if you can take a paper towel or some absorbent piece and just kind of dry the wicks out a little bit, then you'll be perfectly fine, and there won't be any problems at all with being able to vape. So I hope this was instructional and taught you guys what you needed to know and what you guys needed to learn. If there's anything else you guys would like to learn, I'm more than happy to show you. Leave me a comment, send me a message. You know, I like hearing from you guys. I've only gotten, 2 or 3 comments, but it led me to making a couple more videos, so I like being able to do this and help you guys out. So leave a comment, like it, tell your friends. This is Joe Stevens with how to put e-liquid into an e-cig. Have a good day, everybody.